For millions of people across Africa, there was no simple way to send money to the people they love. Every light is a person who lived with that problem. This is Aisha. She has moved to the city for work. Her mother is back home, a day's drive north. Every month, Aisha wants to send a little money home, and there is no simple way to do it. She can fold the notes into an envelope and hand them to a bus driver heading that way. A bank would be safer if she had one. Most people have no account, and the nearest branch can be a day away. What solved Aisha's problem was a way to send money by phone, person to person, called M-Pesa. And it needed one thing to work. In every town, someone who could turn cash into a balance, and a balance back into cash. Those people already existed. A phone company had spent years putting them on every corner. Tens of thousands of small sellers who take people's cash all day in exchange for phone credit. The kind of network a bank would envy. M-Pesa turned those sellers into cash points and paid them to do it. Every deposit and withdrawal earns the shop a small commission, so handling money became another thing worth selling. That is why tens of thousands signed up. The branch network nobody wanted to build was already standing on every corner, and now it had a reason to. M-Pesa earns the same way, from a small fee each time someone sends or withdraws. Tiny on one payment, large across millions a day. The money it holds for you, it does not touch. So there is someone to take Aisha's cash, and someone to pay her mother out. Let's see exactly how the money moves between them. Follow one payment. Aisha has 1,000 shillings, in cash. She walks to a small shop near her, not a bank, and hands over the 1,000. The shop holds a stock of electronic money, which it bought from M-Pesa earlier with its own cash. It sells that stock to people who walk in, the way it sells anything else. So the shopkeeper moves 1,000 from his stock onto Aisha's phone. His stock goes down by 1,000, her balance goes up by 1,000. Aisha sends that balance to her mother. Both phones get a message. Nothing physical moves. Her cash never left. It is still in the first shop's drawer. Only the balance traveled, from one phone to another. Her mother walks to a different shop and asks for cash. That shopkeeper pays her 1,000 out of his own drawer and takes the 1,000 of electronic money onto his stock in return. Now the question that matters. A balance on a phone is only worth something if it can always be turned back into real cash. So where is the real cash? M-Pesa keeps it. Every shilling people pay in to buy electronic money goes into a separate account at a bank and stays there. It is not spent and not lent out. That account always equals every electronic shilling in the system, on every phone and in every shop's stock. Add it all up at any moment, and the bank holds exactly that much. That equality is what makes the money real. By now, millions of Kenyans keep money on their phones, and M-Pesa holds the cash behind every shilling of it, a pool that grows by the day. A company that was not a bank was holding a great deal of the nation's money. The banks noticed. They argued M-Pesa was taking deposits without being a bank and asked the regulator to shut it down. The Central Bank of Kenya audited it. What it found was that the money was backed one for one, kept separate from the company, and never lent out. M-Pesa was holding the money, not using it. It cannot lend that money out or spend it. M-Pesa makes its money from those fees, not from the money it holds. So the regulator let it continue. Cleared to continue, M-Pesa was now free to grow. Within 2 years, most of Kenya is sending money through it. Then MPesa is taken abroad, one country at a time. Tanzania in 2008. The Democratic Republic of the Congo in 2012. Mozambique, Lesotho, and Egypt in 2013. Ghana in 2015. And Ethiopia in 2023, opening it to one of Africa's largest populations. Not every launch holds. M-Pesa is opened in South Africa, India, Romania, and Albania, and within a few years, pulled out of all four. MPesa had always been run locally, but the brand and the technology behind it belonged to Vodafone in Britain. In 2020, that changed. Vodafone handed the M-Pesa brand and its technology to Safaricom and Vodacom, the African operators who ran it in a joint venture they own together. Today, M-Pesa runs in 8 African countries and serves more than 60 million people. The money it moves has gone from almost nothing to nearly $300 billion a year. But numbers this big can hide the people inside them. So economists went and counted. M-Pesa lifted around 190,000 Kenyan households out of extreme poverty, a mid-sized city's worth of families, and it helped women most. The same study found more. Households that reached M-Pesa saved more of what they earned, and many women moved out of farming into business and trade. It started in Kenya in 2007. Today, an entire region moves its money through a shop on a corner and a phone in a pocket.